Gaurav Bhatia of the Samajwadi Party, Suresh Prabhu, former power minister during the NDA government. He was with the Shiv Sena. C R Kesavan of the Congress Party. Meenakshi Lekhi with me in the studios this evening, national spokesperson of the BJP. Vinod Mehta, editorial chairman of Outlook. And Arati Jerath, senior journalist. What is the meaning of this, Meenakshi Lekhi? You spoke about an accountability commission when you were on the Newshour a few weeks back. That itself caused some alarm. The worry is that there is an element of vindictiveness which the opposition fears.
Seeking accountability and vindictiveness, how do they go together?
An accountability commission.
How does that go with vindictiveness?
Let there be a normal course of inquiry. Why an accountability commission? Is
because
it a commission to fix the opposition?
I'll tell you. See, the manner in which CBI has functioned, the manner in which various agencies have functioned itself is suspect of malgovernance. Now, accountability commission models exist across the world, not in one country, but many countries, including South Africa, which is supposed to be one of the finer models. And I have been doing some research on all that. So, having accountability commission or bringing it within the Lokayukt's purview or whatever, how is that being vindictive? You don't think having accountability is part of good governance?
No, I mean, it seems selective.
No, it is not. It all depends on how people perceive it. I mean, if somebody is in Hindi you say, chor ki dadi mein tinka. अरे कोई चोरी नहीं है तो दाढ़ी का क्या करना है?
Well, I mean, there was no accountability commission for Babubhai Bokadia, who was convicted on 15th of June 2013 and got the stay on 20th of June 2013. He stayed on as water resources minister during those 35 days.
The law of the land will not be selected. Mr. Goswami.
Why was there no accountability commission on Babubhai Bokadia?
No, why did they not establish? They should have established.
Who's they?
They meaning the people who were in power.
But the Gujarat, you were in power.
No. This part is not part of the Gujarat government.
No,
in any case, the law of the land.
Accountability commission on Snoopgate?
No, Snoopgate. You have set up a commission. You're not finding a judge. That's your problem.
No,
they have set up a commission.
No, would the BJP set up an accountability commission on Snoopgate?
No, I'll tell you something. You're talking about Snoopgate. Let them say when NSA was snooping on India, when IB was found snooping on many other people, was there not supposed to be an accountability commission?
So you concede, therefore, Meenakshi, right at the start of this discussion, that the accountability commission is on issues that the BJP finds convenient to it?
No. They are meant for every such issue.
Should we open this up?
And that should have been the responsibility of the government of the day. And the responsibility
they have failed. No, I'm asking you a question on Snoopgate. My question is, current Congress government, Congress government has passed the buck to the succeeding government for appointing a panel. You are correct. They said we will appoint a single judge bench or we'll get a retired Supreme Court judge. They have not done it. I'm asking you, will you do it when you come to power? Will it be part of your accountability commission?
Absolutely. We are absolutely fine.
So you will launch an account?
Absolutely. Anything.
Snoopgate will be part of an inquiry.
Why only Snoopgate? NSA also.
Snoopgate will be part of an inquiry.
NSA also.
You are saying
NSA
that
also.
Snoopgate will be part of an inquiry?
I am saying anything that public should know will be part of that.
So the allegations against Ranjan Bhattacharya will be part of the accountability
panel? Why not Priyanka Gandhi, who's bought 50 acres and sold to the same man in 2 years' time?
Well, what about Ranjan Bhattacharya?
1,300 acres of land.
What about Ranjan Bhattacharya?
Ranjan Bhattacharya should also fall. Why not?
So they should
anybody.
That seems fair. What is your concern then?
What is the concern?
Kesavan, what's your concern? What's your concern?
No. First, Arnab, this is just not a warning for Narendra Modi to the UPA government. You please see a statement on April 21st in Firozabad. He sent a warning to the Election Commission. He said he will investigate the Election Commission to see if the Election Commission holds a free and fair trial. And Modi ji said, I will install a video camera in every booth. And after the election, I'll set up an inquiry. Who is he after the election? What kind of power has the people have bestowed on? We are in the midst of an election. On April 21st, he says, after the election, I'll set up an inquiry. You're insulting the democracy and the people of India. This is brazenly condescending self-conceit, which the people of India will soundly reject. He'll be humbled because you are in the midst of an election. The electors are, the voters of India are exercising their choice. And you go ahead and make statements like this. This is not the culture of India, sir. First thing. Second point.
So implicit in what you say. Implicit therefore in what you say. Implicit in what you say, Mr. Kesavan, is a written assumption that you agree that you have lost the election, A. Having
Not at all.
having
I
agreed
said
that
the
therefore you
people
lost the
have not
election
decided.
because you
Don't
assumed,
put-
no, your first
don't
argument
contort
should have
my
been that
words.
Narendra Modi will not come to power
Don't
and hence
contort
this
my
accountability
words.
commission will not
Don't
happen.
contort my
The
words.
sense of absolute and
Arnab,
acute
I'm
nervousness
saying-
with which you
I'm-
respond to the question
I'm saying,
makes me
please
believe that you
listen to
already
me.
believe you lost the election.
I'm saying Mr. Modi ji is going to be humbled and defeated in this election. He says he'll set up an inquiry. Who is he to set up an inquiry? Firozabad is in Uttar Pradesh. How can he, is he a chief minister of
I'll
Uttar
ask
Pradesh?
him a counter
How will he
question.
set up an inquiry after the election? I'm saying he's going to be defeated. Who is he to set up an inquiry? The Congress
Then why are
party
you
is welcome.
reacting?
It's open
Then
for-
why are you reacting? Why are you looking nervous? What are you worried about?
The Congress
Are you
party
worried
is
about the
there
Vadra case
because
being
they
picked
have-
up?
Not at all.
Are you worried about the Robert
I'm not
Vadra case
about-
being picked up?
No, Nehru's and
Are you
Gandhi's.
worried about
Let me ask
2G
you
being
one
linked to the
question.
Congress
Yes,
party and not just to the PMO?
The Congress party's hands are clean. We have no worries. Let me give you an example. First, they threatened
Meenakshi wants to respond. One second. Meenakshi wants to respond. Counter response. Mr. Kesavan, yes, no, one second. Mr. Kesavan, Meenakshi.
Mr. Kesavan, just answer me on two things. If illegal purchases have been made in this country, or elections are countermanded, or some people's name have disappeared from lists, should that not be the concern of the government of the day? And you are not going to set up any inquiry, that's what you're trying to say? You have never done it in the past and you will never do it. Why should people vote for you? Because you're not interested in the good governance.
Of the Election Commission. I'm not surprised because you're questioning the work of the Election Commission here.
I'll tell you Election Commission. I'll tell you some. I'll ask you a pointed question on Election Commission. I'll ask you a pointed question on Election Commission. And pointed question is about how a party which fights election for the first time, their symbol being registered. That is my first question. Anybody who's familiar with election law knows this.
No, one second. Is there an element of vindictiveness in what the BJP is saying? One second. Vinod Mehta.
I want to make one point.
No right-thinking person
I want to
would
make one point. You talk
not
about
welcome in accountability
one point.
Just Mr. Kesavan, 1 second. Vinod Mehta is right. If he says don't make it a bilateral debate, 1 second. We'll bring you back. I know the principal protagonists on both sides are Meenakshi Lekhi and you, but Vinod Mehta has the right to say something. And by the way, I have a few questions of BJP as well.
So I think-
1 second, Mr. Kesavan. Vinod Mehta, please.
I think no right-minded...
Vinod Mehta, please.
1 minute, Mr. Keshwan, just no right-minded person would argue with the appointment of an accountability commission. I think we need accountability. The problem is that the BJP is not such a clean party. And what will happen in the end, that we will find people from one party being targeted and all kinds of excuses being found for people from Meenakshi Lekhi's party. They may be less in number, but they are certainly there. They are egregious examples. And I think India is not South Africa. I mean, I think you're making, to compare India with South Africa is quite preposterous. The other thing I find very disturbing is people like Uma Bharti saying, we'll send him to jail. What right does Uma Bharti have to send people to jail in this country? The judges, the court send people to jail. Uma Bharti doesn't...
You're saying that all of this basically, Arati, you get a feeling that all of this basically gives a feeling that the BJP is waiting to come to power and strike at the opponents.
There will be
using
no...
the arms of the
She's
government
sitting
in this
here.
way.
Arnab, I'm saying there will be no accountability commission. There will be no genuine accountability commission, because in a genuine accountability commission, Mr. Yedurappa, Mr. Ranjan Bhattacharya, there are all kinds of people would have to be there.
Arnab, look at the history of commissions. 1977, the Janata Party came to power. The first thing they did was set up a Shah Commission, which was like an accountability commission. And what happened? It frittered away all its energies in that Shah Commission, arrested Mrs. Gandhi,
by being
vindictive and set her on a comeback trail. The Janata
so
Party
you're
just
saying to the
collapsed
BJP
after
perish the thought of an accountability commission?
They absolutely, unless they can make sure that this commission is going to actually achieve
Nobody
something.
would trust them to have an independent accountability
Waste all your energy.
Does your party have scores to settle?
I mean, they should be looking at governance, development, getting the economy back on the rails. There's so many challenges facing the next government, and they're going to, devote all their energies on an accountability commission.
No. See, there are two things. One is what Arati is saying, the issue is of development, the issue is of economic growth, the issue is of, end of the day, of governance. How do you achieve governance without being accountable? The manner in which this government has run its course. And also, when 77 is being brought in, let me tell you, nobody tabled that report. Had that report been tabled, and I have read that report, And I have read that all the wrongs these people have done, so many people who could not have become whatever they became later in life, had
Like
that
who?
been...
Like who?
I'm purposely not naming because today a
That
whole lot of
report is
them...
available everywhere. What are you talking about?
How that report is available today? Because it was reprinted.
You first make a statement, then you saying the report is not available. The report is available.
Now let Mr. Mehta be corrected here. The entire report was destroyed. 4 copies were kept, one being at my own residence. And from there, copies were made subsequently when NDA came in power, and then those copies have been distributed. Otherwise, that report was destroyed. And
Is this what was promised? Is this what you promised to the people of this country?
What I promised,
for example,
but
I can also ask you while you're accountability panel, you can accountability panel, fine, great idea, accountability panel. My question to Gaurav Bhatia. Gaurav Bhatia comes in. I just have one thought to the BJP. Why 1 minute, please?
Arnab, it's a mockery.
Mr. Kesavan.
I need to make a point. One point.
Arnab, it is
I haven't
important.
got a chance, Arnab. Everything.
They destroyed
about us.
Shah
Let me make a
Commission
point.
report.
Arnab, can I just make
I
a
just
point?
want to say one thing, Arnab. Lekhi talks about accountability.
Gaurav, let Kesavan complete, and after that you can take on Meenakshi Lekhi if you want to.
Just a minute. Gaurav, 1 second. Gaurav, 1 minute. They talk about accountability, Arnab. Today, the polls were finished in Tamil Nadu. They made, Mr. Modi made such unsavory comments about 2G.
1 second, I can't hear both of you together. No, 1 second, I can't hear both of you together. I request you. One of you at a time. Gaurav, I'll come to you. Suresh Prabhu, I'm coming to you. 1 second, Mr. Kesavan, you complete your point. Gaurav hasn't spoken yet. Suresh Prabhu has not spoken yet. And I want to ask the BJP, will that accountability commission look into allegations that the Gujarat government has been far too generous with the Adani group giving away land at throwaway prices?
First,
Will that or will that not be part of the accountability commission looks into?
Adani has not
Will Snoopgate be part of accountability commission?
Adani has not been given any land free of cost or at lower cost, and that is all reported. Now, this kind of false propaganda needs to be brought under accountability commission, and accountability even for those who lie and peddle lies.
No, please extend the courtesy to listen. No, Arnab, 1 point. See, accountability, these people, it's a mockery. What a hypocrisy. They talked about 2G and made such, funny innuendos and unsavory manner. BJP has failed to put up a candidate against Mr. Raja and Nilgiris today. BJP has no candidate. Its main candidate and standby candidate, Mr. Gurumurthy and Anbarasan, have been disqualified because they couldn't put B forms. B form is basically a form where the party gives its symbol. This is a sham because it's a secret understanding where a BJP candidate is not put up against Mr. Raja, whom they accused. The Congress party arrested him, the CBI took action, but BJP has not put a candidate against Mr. Raja. Do they have an answer for that? That's the hypocrisy of the BJP. And these people are talking about accountability. It's a sham.
You gave Kanimoy Rajya Sabha, didn't you?
It's a sham. No, please.
What is sham? You gave Kanimoy Rajya Sabha.
Answer that.
What is sham?
You didn't put a candidate against Raja. You didn't put a candidate against Raja. You don't have an answer for that, ma'am. Please
No, I don't have an answer because I don't have the papers. Now, who knows what you guys did?
No. How can you file everywhere but not file with Mr. Raja?
No, watch. In a recent interview, no, 1 second, please. Meenakshi Lekhi, 1 minute. In a recent interview, Gaurav, I'm coming to you now. In a recent interview, Narendra Modi says, perish the thought of any vindictiveness. I pray to God that a thought about vindictiveness does not even occur to me. In another interview, Narendra Modi, when asked, will you have a 100-day time for delivering promises? He says, why should I have a 100-day time? I have 5 years. I'll be elected for 5 years. So where's the hurry? Therefore, my only question therefore is, Gaurav, what surprises me in all of this is that the only thing that the BJP seems to be in a tearing hurry about is to fix an accountability commission to look into cases which they feel need to be looked at. No. If there is no hurry on delivering development promises, you look at 5 years for that. Why do you want to hurry up other cases which you believe you need to bring accountability on? And why do you get touchy when a question on Adani is asked? That's a question the opposition will ask.
No, Adani, why do you keep asking about Adani and not ask about who all have made money during 10 years?
The opposition asked you about Adani, you asked them about Robert Vadra.
I've answered. Adani is not equivalent of Robert Vadra, by the way.
But Adani cancelled out Vadra? If Vadra has done something, that's an
No, it doesn't. It doesn't.
The old game we are playing.
No, absolutely not.
Your crook is better than
I
my
would say the Vadra beneficiary happens to be Priyanka Gandhi herself, Priyanka
And the
Vadra.
Vadra
And
the
Priyanka
Adani
Vadra.
beneficiary needs to be Narendra Modi.
Absolutely not.
The
Absolutely
Adani
not.
beneficiary is Narendra
From
Modi.
where? From where?
So the
I mean, you
so
see,
the Robert,
you look at the
allegations against Robert Vadra will be part of your accountability committee. You feel they deserve to be?
No, I'm saying if Robert Vadra has done wrongs, he better be part of that. If Adani has done wrong,
the Supreme
he
Court
better
has
be part
dismissed the
of that.
petitions on Robert Vadra and supercilious.
Listen, an order in REM is different from a judgment. This was an order that PIL is not maintainable. There should be a separate case. That's why I'm saying legality of the whole process is very different. And what really transpired in the family is again a separate question altogether.
Well,
why should it bother? Why should it bother anybody if 1 lakh rupees can be converted into 300 crores? Why not you, and Mr. Mehta make it that way?
Why should land be given away at
Absolutely.
1/100th of the price?
Ask Congress the same question. 2 rupees for Kandla Fort.
the old game.
2 rupees.
Meenakshi, what you're saying is that your prime target is the Gandhi family.
No.
That
No.
the first
I
thing
think
you're
that's
going
your
to do when you
understanding.
come to power,
That's
you will
your
go after the Gandhi
understanding.
family.
That's
what you
your
plan to do.
understanding.
This is an implied
I can
threat.
only say
This is a threat
an understanding.
15 days before.
This is an understanding
This is
of the
Arnab,
people.
Isn't it
who
very
are
strange? 1
very
minute,
soft
Meenakshi,
towards
please, you
Congress.
talk a lot. Isn't it strange that 15 days before the elections, when Mr. Modi is about to be elected as Prime Minister, we have arrived at this accountability commission is top of the agenda.
By the way, let me
How
say the
did this
idea of an
happen?
accountability commission.
for the Gandhi
And nobody
family.
trusts them to have an
It's so
honest...
clear that
Why
it's
should anybody have a
entirely
problem
aimed
with
at
the
the Gandhi
accountability
family.
commission?
Well, because it's worded in a very innocent manner. But Gaurav, let's get Gaurav and Suresh
Why
Prabhu
should
into this.
anybody have a problem?
It's worded in an innocuous manner, but the opposition feels, I mean the government, the Congress party feels that the intention is something very else. The intention
They
is
have a whole
vindictive.
lot
Gaurav
to-
Bhatia.
I mean, do
Gaurav
they have
Bhatia, getting
things to
back to the
hide?
debate. Gaurav.
Arnab, I just have one thing to say, that if the Chief Minister is accountable to anybody in the state, it is the Lokayukt. And Gujarat is the only state where for 8 years there was no Lokayukta. His appointment was challenged before the High Court. The Narendra Modi government lost the case before the High Court. They moved the Supreme Court. And now these people who were not themselves accountable to anybody, they feel they'll come to power and also have an accountability commission. Second thing, why do we need more institutions? Mr. Narendra Modi actually destroys every institution apart from the one that he holds. And that is why we have the CVC, we have the CBI, we have the Supreme Court, we'll soon have the Lokpal. Do we need any accountability commission? It's just pure political vendetta. It is the same kind of vindictive politics that the BJP has been doing. They should have faith in the existing institutions rather than talking about new institutions when the existing ones also
You have
are
faith in
being
the
interfered
institutions, Gaurav
from the
Bhatia.
government.
You have faith in the CBI. I thought you were most
sorry.
critical of the CBI. I thought your Netaji would go and make every single speech about how the CBI is fixing him. It is so supremely ironical that on the Newshour today you come and say have faith in institutions. You have controverted and subverted every single argument that you have put vis-a-vis the CBI by saying so. Complete hypocrisy, Gaurav.
I am saying that, listen to me, this is not hypocrisy if you listen to me and pay attention. I am saying every government should give CBI, CVC and the Lokpal a free hand, which was not done in the UPA 2,
A free hand.
UPA 1 regime. But hopefully the next government would give them a free hand, and therefore we don't need new institutions. This is my point.
One second, Suresh Prabhu, please, has not come back to the debate. Have faith in institutions. But why the talk about accountability commission? Once again, Mr. Kesavan, I want to get in former union minister in the NDA government and Shiv Sena leader Suresh Prabhu back into the debate. Suresh Prabhu, why this talk about an accountability commission right now? The accountability should be to the people of this country for bringing down inflation. The accountability should be to the people of this country about development and governance. The accountability cannot be that all these cases of corruption, wait till I will come and sort it all out. It seems that there is an unnatural haste. The opposition feels there's an unnatural haste in the BJP to target them individually after they come to, if the BJP wants to come to power. Hasn't happened before. Vajpayee didn't do it when he came to power. You were a minister in his cabinet. Vajpayee didn't do it.
But the point is, see, there was a huge agitation by Anna Hazare.